This year, our lambing season felt a little bit like opening a surprise gift every morning. Would it be black, white, spotted, or some pattern that we'd never seen before? That is the beauty of Icelandic sheep. And with twins coming day after day, there was so much variety. I think this could be the best year for colored sheep. Oh, and here comes a visitor. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's going to be fun filming out here. As you can see, a lot of them are getting big now. This is a looking back at the lambing season of 2026. Welcome back to Life Raising Sheep. We're out in the pasture today. At Hickory Croft Farm, lambing season is always a very, very special time of the year. It is something that I look forward to every single year. There's just something about baby lambs. It's too bad that they grow up as quickly as they do. Don't chew my camera, you rat! I have another camera because I'm trying that out this time. And yeah, filming out with sheep is not the easiest. I'll put that in the safer zone. So now that most of the lambs are down on the ground, and I say most because we're going to come to that at the end of the video, we thought it would be the perfect time to look back at the season so far. For anyone new here, we raise Icelandic sheep, a heritage breed known for their hardiness, incredible wool, and perhaps most exciting of all is their amazing variety of colors and patterns that they can come in. Every lambing season feels unique, and 2026 has definitely given us plenty to talk about. So as with most years on the farm, lambing started quietly. The sheep kept us in such suspense, as they always do. We spend like 3 weeks going, any day now she's gonna pop, any day she's gonna pop, and it just didn't happen. It always goes that way. It's not looking like any babies yet. But the first few ewes settled into motherhood with very little assistance from us. Look at this, Mama. She's already got that baby in and almost drinking. Let's look for a tail wag. Oh, there it is. Look at that. And that is what it's all about. So cute. Good girl, Jackie. One of the things we appreciate most about Icelandics is how capable they are. Generations of natural selection have created sheep that are generally excellent mothers and surprisingly independent during lambing. We get involved very, very rarely. They do their own thing. And here we go. First 2 lambs of 2026. Jackie did a fantastic job this morning. We got a little badger-faced girl with some white spots and a cute little boy here. He's going to end up gray in the long run. They're both super cuddly already, and Jackie is doing fantastic, and she is one of my favorite sheep, and she's proving herself again this year. And the second arrivals on the homestead. 2 gorgeous little mouflons, 1 girl, 1 boy. And she did it all by herself. I didn't even know it was happening. Just came out. There they were. Fantastic job, Addie. I thought it was going to be a night for sleeping and getting caught up because, boy, my eyes are starting to have some pretty serious bags, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Enya's decided to have her babies, so we're going to go in and we're going to just watch her. This is our 4th ewe to go for the 2026 season, and so far it's been pretty smooth sailing. None have had to be bottle fed or anything, but Enya has a track record. She has had some babies that were just a little bit limp or lethargic when they came out, so hopefully this isn't a long night of getting babies to nurse and keeping them healthy. As you can see, it's night, it's raining, we're about 9 degrees Celsius, so it's a little cool in the barn, but it's better in than out in the rain. Apparently she's already done having the first one, and that's a spotty thing. Hey, Enya? This is very positive. This baby looks nice and healthy, has the proper hair, nice curly bits. Now we just wait to see if there is another one in there. So you can see this little boy here, he's wearing our fancy schmancy coat. This is the first one we've had born so far this year that has needed it. He's a little bit, I'm not sure exactly, but you'll see here, his fur compared to his sister's is very, very different. And this is where these coats come in quite handy. He almost lacks that outer coat that gives him the warmth and the water repellency. And just this gives him that little extra oomph to keep going. He was born pretty floppy-eared, and in a couple hours and a couple feedings, he's already getting so much better. Whoop, don't fall. Oh my goodness, look at this boy. He's getting so big, and his curly hair, look at it, it's starting. Oh, and he's almost got perky ears back. I'm trying to get him in the shot better. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, he's so cute. The coat is off. He is happy. Today was 18 degrees, which is hard to believe. But look at him now. Just a different sheep in 48 hours. And there's his sister and his mom and his grandma and I guess his uncle. We have a nice little family unit in here. Once those first lambs arrived, though, things quickly picked up. And watching them discover their surroundings really never gets old. It is just so time consuming because I love to spend so much time in the barn and out in the pasture with these guys. But you know what? The nice thing about doing that is it creates a more personable sheep in the long run, which makes them handleable and more easy to work with. But I'm digressing from the video. So as I'm filming here, I'm trying to work with two cameras at the same time. I've got this one down here and I am surrounded by sheep. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, they're gonna, hey, don't take, no. Oh. This is how, ow. Okay, see, I have a script that I wrote out and they're literally eating my homework. You guys, no. Okay, whoa. Oh my gosh, this is actually quite fun. Okay, babies. Okay, let's just settle down. Do either of you know where we got to in our script? What I was gonna say for the people? Huh? Oh, yes. Oh. Okay. I don't want to punish them though, because they're actually being quite good. They're being cute. They're being what they're supposed to be. Yes, you are. Yeah, now they can see you. Can we stop eating my stuff? Oh, now this brown one's over. The brown one's a little bit wild. You two boys are super friendly. I always try and get the young girls. I try and spend as much time with them as possible to keep them friendly, because a lot of them go on to be with the flock for a very long time, and to have one that is easy to work with is much, much better. Here comes Feline. Hi, Feline. There you go, guys. What do you think? Eh? You two are such a beautiful pair. So beautiful. Hi, little girl. Are you going to come over? This little girl here, see her? She's actually not very friendly, so I'm impressed that she's come over. She's one that I'd really like to keep. As we get into this video a little bit further, I'm going to talk about colors and what we've got here. And, okay, whoa, no. Oh, it's like dealing with a whole bunch of little children. So as hard as it is to believe, with all this wonderful snuggle time, there is something else that makes lambing season truly spectacular, and that is the colors. The Icelandic sheep are known for producing a very, very wide range of fleece colors. That is why they were our chosen fiber breed. And this year has been no exception. I think we've gotten pretty much every color of the rainbow, from solid black to soft gray to solid brown, like a Moirite gorgeous brown, to white, as you just saw with that little boy here. And then you've got the patterns. We've got multiple badger faces. He's distracting. Multiple mouflons. We have spotting in some of those. We've got Moirite gray. We've got regular grays. Oh, it's just amazing, the patterns and the colors that have come out this year. I'm so pleased with it. And the fun thing is, even the twins, we've had, as you just saw with Bambi and Feline, we've had super matchy twins, and then we've had ones that just look completely different from each other. So it's definitely kept us on our toes. It's kind of funny because one of Chris and my favorite things to do is to guess kind of what colors we're going to get. We always try and breed in a way that is going to produce particular colors or pass on genetics, because that is part of the fun and excitement to it all. Especially when you're breeding fiber animals, color and fleece quality is so important. And oh, I've got a little girl here. I'm going to show you. This is Charlie. She's coming in the next video, but boy, oh boy, she has grown up. Haven't you, little girl? I don't want to do a spoiler because the video is super cute that's coming, but needless to say, as well as lambing season has gone up to this point, we did hit a snag with her and her sister, but as you can see, they're fine. So there is a bit of a spoiler there, but definitely watch. They were quite the pair when they were little. So anyways, that's enough of that spoiler. So as much as the barn started out filling with all of these little beasts, it is amazing how fast they grew strong and confident, and we're getting a horn in the shot. Can we not? Okay, you move over. There we go. All right. This is about me right now and our viewers, not about you boys. And I know you're going to just keep climbing on me. Okay. It seems nice, but really it's bad behavior. But I'm not dealing with it right now. Where was I? So yes, you know, they started off these tiny things filling the barn, cute little personalities starting to develop. But as you can see, we're out here. Most of these sheep now are between 5 and 8 weeks old, and they are beasts. I mean, it was only days before we started seeing those wonderful lamb races. The pasture turned into a racetrack and off they were going. I filmed so many shots of them, planning to do shorts, planning to do fun little things. Never got there, but you're seeing here right now, these guys, there was nothing slowing them down as they played around out there. And the more that we got, the more they just ran around and had fun. But as all these little guys and girls got running around out in the pasture, it felt so much like spring had finally sprung on the farm. But there was definitely a few ewes that were not on the same schedule as the rest of us, apparently. And what you're looking at here is the last 6 that still have to have babies. And you can bet they're going to be a holdout, which really makes lambing season torturous. And there's our newest arrival from this morning. Looking great. He's going to be a spotty gray, just going to be an intriguing color, I think. He's doing good, been nursing. He'll be joining in the races in no time. We still had some late arrivals that weren't quite ready in time for this video. So while this is a look back at the majority of the 2026 lambing season, the story isn't quite finished yet. We'll be sharing those newest additions in our next video, along with more updates as the lambs continue to grow. So thank you for following along with us this 2026 lambing season and for sharing in these really sweet moments and watching me get mauled by my sheep. If you'd like to see the late arrivals, watch the lambs grow, and follow the rest of the year's adventures on the farm, be sure to subscribe and join us for the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See, this would constitute bad behavior, especially from a ram, because when he gets older and he still wants to climb on me, that's going to be a problem.